I'm with April Jones's family. He deserves, absolutely deserves, everything he gets. Mark Bridger, what a creature, what an absolute horrible. See you next Tuesday. All about him. Hateful, horrible, nasty piece of shit. Yeah, I hated him. People say it's a strong word, that. Well, how about this? I really hated him. So, like his family say, he's been attacked again in Monster Mansion, HMP Wakefield. He absolutely deserves everything he gets. And the best I can hope for, because his whole of life, so us taxpayers are paying for him, the best I can hope for is that he lives in fear and he lives a very long life. And if every 12 months he's in the press, a little story and someone else has attacked him, yeah, so be it. Monster. How do? You'll have to excuse me this evening. Still in my muck, covered in plaster, taking advantage of this beautiful evening. So yeah, Mark Bridger in Monster Mansion. Listen, some people aren't getting this. Monster Mansion, or HMP Wakefield, dispersal prison, category A prison. Not everyone's cat A, but there's plenty there. It's called Monster Mansion for a reason. All manner of beasts, creatures and deviants reside there. Bridger's not segregated. It might be because he's been attacked for a short while, but it'll be on normal location. If he'd have stayed at Strangeways, he'd have been on the Cat A VP unit. Not isolated, not treated special. Roaming with other monsters. Is a creature. But whoever's attacked him hasn't done a very good job. Yeah, he's got some grazes on his hand or something like that. But hopefully, like I say, rest of his prison career, looking over his shoulder. God bless April Jones, a family, a sister. Saw a moving interview with a sister, very moving. Yeah, people have, excuse my pronunciation, pronunciation of McCulcheth and the whole of Wales. Yeah, who turned out to hunt for April. Yeah, but she never ever came home. Mark Bridger, monster. Tell you a couple of stories about that absolute creature. Yeah, but like I say, the worst. 10 months putting up with that monster. 10 months. When I talk about people playing the mad card, it's sickening. It's sickening to see it up close. You know they're guilty from day one. Evil personified. But at some point, all of them, they decide they're going to play the mad card. This monster now, I'll tell you something about him. He drew people in. All manner of officers, you know, people from the chaplaincy and that were taken in by him. They'd come to you, they'd come to the office. Oh, I've seen Mark. He's upset because he's never going to see his dog. He's getting old. I'm thinking, in my head, like I'm sure a lot of people were, April Jones, God bless her, again. April Jones, you beast. He's the only prisoner I've come across that got psychological input before his trial. Psychologist on there, you know, on the CV, Mark Bridger, I've spoke to him. He also got some form of counselling from the chaplaincy. Why was he getting counselling? Come across hundreds of lads who needed psychological input and counselling, never got it. A monster like this, first 10 months at Strangeways before he went to Monster Mansion, he's getting everything. And they're being drawn in like rabbits in headlamps almost. Officers who I thought were decent, spending, you know, time chatting to him. You knew he was chatting bullshit. As you can tell, I really, absolutely hated this guy. My manager, she was an angel. Yeah, patience on healthcare. She was a nurse. Not a bad word to say about anybody. When she left the prison service, we're out one night, some sort of bash, birthday bash. She says, you know, I hated him. I really hated him. I says, I know, we all did. we weren't taken in. Absolute monster. Anyway, let's talk about the mad card. Let's talk about Spaghetti Hoops. What a pathetic creature. So he's telling everyone he's having nightmares. And I hope he was having nightmares absolutely every single night, and he carries on having nightmares as long as he lives. And in them nightmares, April's visiting him. Again, I hope she was, you know. And he had lots of things going on, but one of them was Spaghetti Hoops. So he's telling staff, I'm in there, officers on healthcare, they have security, discipline, he's in an act review, needs an officer there, he's a Cat A prisoner. I'm listening to this. My manager's looking at me, I'm looking at her, in my head I'm punching him. Mr. Samworth, do you just need to go and, she'd excuse me, go outside, bit of fresh air. One day on the servery. Servery is where you serve meals. 3 lads. Jay, I walks up. I've seen him put the food out. I looks at Jay. What's missing? So he looks at me. He's not saying no. I said, what's missing, Jay? Not saying no. Jay, what's missing? No, what's missing? So he gets Spaghetti Hoops out under the counter. Brian, he's just seen the deer. Brian, this way. Oh no, he's gone. Brian. He gets Spaghetti Hoops out, puts them on top. My manager has told them to put them underneath, because Mark Bridger won't come out for his dinner. So I goes and opens Bridger, I'm absolutely steam's coming out my ears now. Lets him out, walks to the servery, gets near the servery. Yeah, straight back to his cell. Slammed the door as hard as I could. I did think about going in and filling him in. That'd have been me in a bad predicament then, wouldn't it? This way. Let's bring it down a bit. Come on, Brian. Come on. Anyway, cut a long story short, first time I lost it with my manager. Is Mark coming out for his dinner? I said he's declined. She said, who's put the Spaghetti Hoops on top of the servery? You can imagine what I said. A few expletives. I did apologise to her later. We're having none of that. Absolutely having none of that. He was a monster. He played at that for a good couple of months. Psychiatric reports and the like. Nothing wrong with him other than him being a hateful, horrible, nasty monster. May live in fear every day. Anyway, guys, let's come back down. As you can see, got under my skin, that one, a little bit. Brian, we all right, kid? Sit down then. Good boy. That's a deer, that kid. You weren't catching that, pal, were you? Just, God bless you all. April Jones, her family especially. People in Maculture, everyone in Wales. Thanks for your continued support. We need to stand together, shoulder to shoulder. I sincerely mean it, guys. You're an amazing community. The comment section, everything else, very supportive. A lot of you think like me. We do need to stick together. Again, God bless you all. Brian, come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Thanks for coming. I'll sit there.